You tapping in real quick, something light, nothing major. It's quite a few of y'all out there that want to tap in and rain down on me about last night. Listen, man, you gotta learn how to take the bad with the good and keep it pushing. Every night is not gonna be a good night. Some nights, they're fucking great, they're amazing, and we're flying high. Others, they fucking suck, they shit, and we're down in the gutter. But that's how the ball bounces and the cookie crumbles. You understand what I'm saying to you? You can't win them all. You gotta learn how to take the good with the bad and keep it fucking pushing, man. And for those who wanna tap in and rain down on me about last night, fuck you for forgetting about all the other nights. You understand what I'm saying to you? Just in the last 30 days, the last 4 events leading up to this one, I've had y'all on the right side of so many of the most talked about bouts that it's not even fucking funny. And the amount of money y'all should have been able to secure off of these dog plays and these parlays that did pop off and did smack and did cash and did secure the bag, in no way, shape, form, or fashion should you be in here acting as if your motherfucking feathers are all ruffled the fuck up over last night. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, come on, man. I gave you a main card sweep a few weeks ago and had you on the right side of 4 of the most talked about bouts anywhere amongst the whole, MMA community. Umar against Corey, Davison against Marlon, McKenzie against Loopy, Joel against Elves, man. I had you on the right side of all 4 of those bouts. And not to mention, we did a 5-leg parlay clean sweep on the main card that week, staying away from that heavy favorite and them OGs and Tony and Michael, man. We had Umar, Shara, Davison, McKenzie, and Joel. That thing came through and smacked nicely on the main card. You understand what I'm saying to you? Then we also had a 6-legger with Umar, Shara, Davison, Joel, Osmat, and Shamil that came through and smacked quite fucking nicely that night. You understand what I'm saying to you? Then I gave you an early prelim sweep with a nice underdog in the mix of those 4 legs. The other week was Stephanie, Yusef, Denise, and Carol. You know what I mean? Not to mention the dog play, 2-leg, Denise and Kazama that smacked quite fucking nicely. You understand what I'm saying to you, man? And then before that shit, my foundation, my 6-leg foundation held up quite fucking well in Tom, Arnold, Mick, Sam, Muhammad, and Nathaniel. And those 6 legs cashed quite nicely for me. And I used those 6 legs as I recommended everybody else use those 6 legs to build their foundation, as a foundation to build their parlays off of. Not only were those 6 legs and that foundation in Tom, Arnold, Mick, Sam, Muhammad, and Nathaniel very solid and held up, but my dog play in Bruna Silva and my dog play on Oban Elliott also held up and came through to secure that bag that night, man. You know what I'm talking about? Then we had Ricardo and Jesus as a dog play, 2-leg, wrapped together that smacked and cashed quite fucking nicely. And then we tossed those 2 in for the prelim sweep, keeping the heavyweight and the female fight the fuck out the way. Tom, Jack, Song, Ricardo, and Jesus. And that thing smacked and cashed quite fucking nicely, man. Not to mention, I had you on the right side of Julian Erosa versus Christian Rodriguez when I told y'all what the fuck Julian Erosa was going to do to Christian Rodriguez, on top of, down the card, having you on the right side of the other most talked about fight of the night, which was Montel Jackson versus Damon Blackshear. And I told y'all motherfuckers what Montel Jackson was going to do to Damon Blackshear, the same way I told y'all what Julian Erosa was going to do to Christian Rodriguez. You understand what I'm saying to you? So that right there, that's our last few weeks leading up to this week. Dog play after dog play after parlay that in one way or the other, whether the prelims or the main card, smacked, came through, cashed, and secured the bag. But you want to tap the fuck in and rain down on me about last night, about a card where how many fights did I go over and say, man, I don't want nothing to do with this. This should be a complete pass. Neither one of these individuals have been up against a higher level of opposition, so it doesn't give me the opportunity to gauge where their ceilings may or may not be inside the UFC. Fuck this fight, but for the sake of a pick, here you go. But nobody should be invested into these as far as main legs and parlays go. What you want from me, man? Huh? What you want from me? One piece of my foundation last night. I had 3 confident picks that I was confident in, and I told y'all everything else after those 3 picks should be a swap out option. And they were Kaio, Zachary, and Edmund. And Edmund cost me. Edmund cost me. But there's a few individuals in this community that came to me and tapped in and said, hey, yo, Chris, real quick, man, what are you going to do if somebody from your foundation doesn't come through? Like if a piece of your foundation falls short, what are you going to do? I said, well, you know, the only motherfucker I have a bit of worry about would be Edmund. Yeah, I'm talking about, and I broke that down in detail, why I felt how I felt about, you know, Edmund possibly being the one to fall short on my foundation. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, it is what it is. Last night was what it was. For anybody who wants to frown on me, you know what I mean, and feel a type way, and just tap out. Tap all the way the fuck out. Nobody's gonna miss you. Because one thing for sure, 2 things for certain, something that everybody in this motherfucker can verify and confirm is I ain't not near never once ever asked any of y'all for a subscription or a like, man. And I'm not about to begin to. I don't charge y'all. I don't monetize my shit. I don't drop links. I don't send y'all nowhere to get my picks or my parlays or my most confident picks or anything going on up in here as far as this fight is concerned. You understand what I'm saying to you? You tap in and you ask me something, I do my best to tap back in and address that shit in detail. You know what I mean? To the point where motherfuckers be tapping in like, yo, bro, you ain't got to explain yourself to him. Woo, 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 woo. Because I do my best to tap in and answer each question in detail, regardless of how that question's coming at me. You know what I mean? But with all that being said, man, if you don't like the content, if something about me bothers you or irks you, or you not feeling my picks, by all means, tap the fuck out. You know what I mean? Just don't come running the fuck back when shit turn the fuck back around. Because I done had motherfuckers tap out on me and then tap back in and be like, oh, man, damn, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I lost a little, you know, I lost a little confidence, man. I got a little low on you at the, you know, maybe this chord or that chord, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't tapped in. I ain't follow the picks or nothing. And fuck, I wish I did. You know how many motherfuckers tapped in when, you know, didn't follow the Denise or the Kazan, or didn't do this or didn't do that because they lost a little bit of confidence from a week prior or something else, man. Nobody's going to smack every week, man. You know what I'm talking about? Nobody. It is what it is, man. Y'all going to feel how y'all going to feel, and y'all going to do what y'all going to do, and y'all going to say what y'all going to say. You understand what I'm saying to you? But at the end of the day, this is a parlay channel. I do my best to offer these picks to y'all. I do my best to offer them to y'all in detail and give you my reasoning why. But my biggest reason for doing this isn't offering my picks. It's offering these parlays so motherfuckers can cash these bags. We've had 29 events since January of 2024. I've cashed tickets on 22 of them, regardless if they were significant or just mediocre. They were tickets cashed on 22 out of the 29 past events. You understand what I'm saying to you? Whether they were prelims, whether they were main cards, whether they were whole cards, whether they were just the dog plays, or whether it was everything everything in between. You understand what I'm saying to you? That's what I'm here for, man. You know what I mean? And more times than not, a parlay in some way, shape, form, or fashion, whether it's from the prelims, the main card, or a dog play, is smacking and securing the bag. You cannot expect me to have parlays that are going to smack and secure the bag for you every single motherfucking week, although I wish I could do so. That is my intention, to make it so that we are able to cash a bag in some way, shape, form, or fashion every single fucking week. But reality, that's not always gonna happen, man. You understand what I'm saying to you? But I'm not making y'all go through any extra shit to get these picks. Regardless of the pressure I get from other motherfuckers and outside shit to do so, that's not me. I'm not fitting to charge nobody for my personal opinion. And at the end of the day, my picks and my parlays are my picks and my parlays, exactly as they sound. I put them together. I created these motherfuckers. I constructed them from my homework and my mind and my insight. And what, you understand what the fuck I look like charging you for that? Dropping a link and telling you to go, you know, be a premium this or a premium that, or be some kind of motherfucking subscriber. Go to my website and pay this fee. For what? For my personal opinion? The fuck I look like charging you for my personal opinion, man? That shit may secure the bag, or that shit may not secure the bag. Why am I charged for that, man? It's my personal opinion. And I feel like if I charge a motherfucker a subscription fee to get my personal opinion, and that shit don't come through, well, not only did I lose you your parlay paper for the week, but I lost you your subscription fee for the week as well. Like, at least that's how I feel like I would be making a motherfucker feel. You know what I mean? Like, damn, man. This motherfucker, man. Fuck. You know what I mean? Like, there go my subscription fee for the week and my parlay bread, man. Out the fucking window. Fucking with this noodle. Like, that's how I feel a motherfucker would feel getting charged a fee to see, you know, what I choose to be my safe parlay. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. What if I charged the motherfucker for all of this? And when you got on over to my site and you followed the link, you know, my most confident picks were, you know, Zachary, Kyle, and Michael, and Edmund. You know what I mean? What if that was my most confident picks? And you paid for that shit. And you parlayed that shit together. And that shit only came at like plus 137. And you went and you dropped like, fuck it, man, 4 units on it. And I'm going to drop a unit ahead, you know what I mean? Or I'm going to drop either way, whether it's a unit and a half, 2 units, 4 units, whatever you drop on. These most confident picks that you already dropped the subscription fee on to see. One leg falls short like Edmund did last night, then you're out of all of that, man. You're out of your subscription fee, and you're out of the bread you placed on the parlays by tailing me. I don't want that kind of motherfucking stress in my life, man. You understand what I'm saying to you? I don't want to put that kind of stress on anybody else. So when I come in here and I sit down and I tap in and I motherfucking write down all these motherfuckers, I'm not sitting here in front of you, in front of a motherfucking computer, you know what I'm saying, on a desktop, and then I got my motherfucking phone in my hand and shit. Like, bro, shit is written down. You know what I'm talking about? I go in my jack. I go to the FanDuel app, the draft, wherever. You know what I'm talking about? I put these parlays together. I jot them down. I swap out op and jot them down. I do this, I do that. I reconstruct and write it down. I reconstruct again and write it down. I reconstruct again and write it down. I go against my own picks because some of y'all aren't necessarily on the same side as me, and reconstruct again and do it 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 over again. And then I tap in here and I read that shit to y'all, man. To the best of my abilities. You understand what I'm saying to you? If I lose, if you lose, I lose. You understand what I'm saying to you? We doing this shit together. If I win, you win. It's not too many times that I'm gonna win and you didn't win, or you gonna win and I didn't win. Because when I sit here and put my parlays together and my picks and my gut picks and my original picks together, I put my bread on them. But then when I reconstruct and start putting this little shit together all over the place for y'all out there who might be on the side of this individual or that individual, I'm a degenerate and I know this is a fight game and shit could happen at any given time and go left. You know what I mean? I sprinkle something on all of them too. You feel me? So, and you hitting, I'm hitting. When I'm hitting, you're hitting. When you missing, I'm missing. When I'm missing, you missing. And I'm not making you pay anything, let alone anything extra, for you to see where my money's invested, man. You know what I'm talking about? I'll write this shit out clearly on my board if requested, so you can see 5 units I invested and went out the fucking window. You know what I mean? Nobody hiding nothing from nobody over here, man. And nobody's putting anybody through anything extra over here. I know that quite a few of these other individuals that do these pick shows, you know, these UFC prediction shows, be all the way on the other side of my picks. I don't let that shit discourage me, man. You know what I mean? I see the notifications, so I see the UFC predictions tracker channel. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not wrapped up in any of that because I don't get in, probably largely due to the fact that I don't get into all the extra shit. I'm not even a fucking premium member on YouTube. You understand what I'm saying to you? There's no Discord, there's no nothings around this motherfucker. I don't want nothing to do with any of the extra shit. I'm not signing up for any of the extra shit. I'm not picking what ads are gonna run through my, like, I don't want nothing to do with none of the extra shit, man. I'm not here for that. I'm here to offer my picks, offer my parlays, and possibly get y'all paid with me in some way, shape, form, or fashion, man. You know what I mean? But I see the UFC prediction tracker, man. You know what I'm saying? I saw when, you know, so many of them were on this side. So many of them were with the mind. That shit doesn't move me, man. That shit does not move me in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I don't give a fuck if 7 out of 8 of them were on Demand. I was still on Montel. I don't care if 8 out of 8 of them were on Christian. I was still on Julian. I don't care if 6 out of 8 of them were on Elves. I was still on Joel. I don't care if they were split money on Umar and Corey. I was still on Umar, still on Davison, still on McKenzie, still on Joel, still on Julian, still on Montel, still on Denise, still on Kazama. You understand what I'm saying to you, man? None of that shit moves me in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Period. I like who I like based off the homework that I do. You know what I mean? And as you can see from previous weeks, those that I really like, those that I'm confident in, tend to be my foundations for my parlays, man. And more times than not, my foundation's been holding strong, man. My foundations have been holding strong, man. You know what I'm talking about? Edmund, weak link last night. But that's how that goes, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm not tapping back in and do no shit like this again. You know what I'm talking about? If a motherfucker want to tap in and rain down on me in them comments, about my picks or this, that, and the third, you feel what I'm saying to you, man, miss me with that shit and just tap the fuck out. Because nobody's asking nor begging you to be in this motherfucker. This channel here is for anybody who so chooses to tap the fuck in and, you know, be a part of this community, man. You feel me? First and foremost, this is a parlay channel, man. You know what I mean? And I do my best to give you the best parlay options.